Hey, thanks for joining us today. Today I want to tell you about a little program that I wrote in Python. And as you can see from this video, what the program does is it takes your face and colors it a different color. And I'll show you how that works. The code is on GitHub. Let's try coloring a different color. You can see I'm using Jupyter Notebook, which is kind of popular. That's a little different, not too different. These numbers here that I'm changing control the settings for how your face is colored. Didn't really change much. I guess I better press stop and then run. Whoops, come back. That's a little more reddish. You can see as I move my face around, the color is tracked to my face, which is kind of neat. This would be a, I don't know, fun app if you want to look like a Klingon or whatever, and amaze your friends. You know, it would be kind of a neat iPhone app. You can see it doesn't work quite 100%, but some improvement to be made. But you know, maybe kids would enjoy it. I don't know. Let's try a different color. So it's these numbers here. I'll press stop, and then I'll change this number, and then I'll hit run. Nice green there. Some mistakes, and it doesn't cover my whole face, but someone who's good at this could improve it. So let me show you how this works. As I said, this is Jupyter Notebook. This just sort of sets up the program here. Import NumPy and OpenCV. This grabs the video from your laptop. This here is used to detect a face. You can check the videos from Syntax. He's a guy that does a lot of Python programming, and he'll show you this sort of thing in more detail. This is a function. I'll get back to this one. These are parameters that, these are parameters I mentioned earlier. And here's where it does this for every frame continuously in the video. So it grabs a frame and then colors the frame gray, and then it detects the face within the frame. So again, you can look at Syntax for this, or there are some tutorials on the Python or OpenCV websites. So here for each face, it identifies a bounding box, and it grabs the region associated with that bounding box, and then it calls that function that I skipped over earlier and creates this region, and then it replaces the area in the image with this output from this function. And then these are actually not important, and here it displays this. So basically the key is in this function. So here it identifies the face, sends it to this function, and modifies it. So the modification happens in this function. So let's look at this function. This is all in Python. Increase brightness. Actually, this is CVW split. So an image has 3 channels. In this configuration, I'm using not HSV, I'm using BGR, blue, green, red. So it's kind of mislabeled. It should say BGR, but it doesn't matter. Here it takes the mean of each channel. And the reason I do that is I didn't want to color the whole bounding box because there's stuff around me that I didn't want to color. I only wanted to color my face. So the way I do that is I take the mean of the bounding box, and then that's like pink, the color of my face. And then I'm going to take the mean for each channel, and then I'm going to select the indices of the image such that they're sufficiently close to this mean. So delta is 20 here. So what that means is if the blue channel, if it's BGR, if the blue channel is close enough to the mean of my face, then it's probably my face. Otherwise, it's probably not my face. You can see this technique doesn't work perfectly, but it kind of works. You can see there's plenty of room for improvement. Anyway, if it's sufficiently close to my face, it's going to add this increment, which is supplied in the input. So A is a parameter. So for all the pixels that appear to be in my face, it's going to add this parameter. Or if you set this A1 parameter differently, it'll subtract it. And then for those pixels, here it makes a copy of the input, B, and here it changes those pixels that appear to be associated with my face. And then here it replaces the image with this matrix B. So basically, select the pixels that appear to be from my face, modify them, and then put them back into the image. And it does the same for 3 channels, HSV, or they're really BGR. And that's it, pretty simple. And then here it returns the image. Okay, so that's it. It's kind of fun. And I'm going to put the code on GitHub, and I'll put a link to that. So I hope you enjoy it, and maybe you can improve it too. Thank you for watching.